Just joined us, you're watching Newslink on DSTV channel 403. Now, as residents of Fontaine in the Free State piece together their lives after the dam disaster, the search for missing people continues. Search and rescue teams are looking for 4 missing individuals. Homes and infrastructure have also been destroyed. eNCA's Manqoba Mchunu is in Fontaine with the latest for us. Good morning, Manqoba. It seems that families are still missing loved ones. How is the search and rescue operation coming along?
Well, Mfundo, we have certainly seen search and rescue teams here on the ground. Of course, they are continuing today to try and find the 4 people that we know are still unaccounted for. Yesterday, the mayor confirming that, in fact, there's 1 person so far that has been confirmed dead. But of course, there are reports from some of the people on the ground that we spoke to that said that there was another body that was found yesterday. But at this particular point, the officials have not confirmed as to who or the details surrounding that particular incident. But we do understand, of course, that these search and rescue operations will be continuing today. We have seen helicopters from the army that are assisting as far as this is concerned. But what you're seeing there on your screen, Fundo, is just the picture of the devastation here in this community. Houses have been destroyed. We're seeing furniture that is strewn around. We're seeing vehicles that are still stuck in the sludge, and this just gives you a picture of what went on here. These are families that have now been displaced, people that have no livelihoods at this particular point. And yesterday we did see some of them trying to salvage the little that was left from their houses. You can see from this house, Mfundo, the sofas are outside the house. You can see that the residents have tried to salvage the little that's left. You can see the mattresses are also outside. And I think this is the family that we spoke to yesterday that said that, they just woke up to, the gushing sludge that was coming into the house, and they tried to escape and make the run for it. And it was the first time that they come back here yesterday just to assess and see for themselves the extent of the damage. As you can see, Mfundo, many of the houses are still covered in sludge. And just by looking at the walls, it tells you how high that sludge had been traveling and, what these residents were going through. Some of them saying that, the moment they go inside to try and salvage the little that's left, they are met with sludge. There's still sludge inside those houses. We know that also livestock was affected because many of the animals here, we understand, were also swept away. Some of them were saved by the SPCA, about 500 of them, but most of them had to be put down. So this just gives you a picture that, Fundo, it's still a long road ahead. It's still a long journey ahead for residents here, of course, who are trying to regain their livelihoods. The houses have been destroyed. We understand over 50 of them completely destroyed, and over 100 of them have been destroyed. So that's the situation on the ground as far as that is concerned. But of course, mop-up operations are continuing this morning. We did see some of the tractors, the TLBs, that are here trying to remove some of the rubble. But many of those residents now displaced. They're in community halls as we speak. And we do understand that specialized teams of search and rescue will be coming here to assist as far as some of those that have not been found are concerned.
This is absolute devastation, honestly, just seeing these visuals. Insofar as the community members are concerned, those that have been displaced, I know yesterday you interacted with them. How are they at the specific places where they are housed currently? Is the environment conducive to a certain extent?
Well, Mfundo, most of the residents are being housed in Bloemfontein, which is about 120 kilometers away from here. So they are staying at the various guest houses there and hotels in Bloemfontein. But I can tell you that in one of the shelters and one of the areas that we went to, Mfundo, when we spoke to residents there, this particular one is situated next to a river stream. And so from that particular, guest house, one can hear the water that is flowing just next to it. And what these community members were telling us, Fundo, is that, the sound of the water, when they hear the water, when they are asleep, this still brings a lot of trauma to them. They're still traumatized because they're reminded of what had happened here in their houses, the sludge that, had come into their area. And, that sound that, that still rings in their ears when they think of what had happened here. So there's still a lot of trauma, a lot of emotional trauma on the residents who were, of course, affected. We know that many of them have lost everything in this. And so some of them saying that, this still brings back that memory of what happened on Sunday. But we do know that there are social development officials who are here on the ground to try and assist as far as counseling is concerned. But it's still going to take a long time for residents here to get over what had happened here, given the amount of destruction and the devastation that we're seeing here on the ground.
And one even wonders if they'd actually want to return here or be permanently relocated elsewhere to ensure that something of this nature never happens to them, at least again. But Manqoba, we'll leave it there for now and catch up with you a bit later